Hey guys, how you doing? As you guys, a lot of you know, I'm into the photography. It's pretty much the only hobby I can freaking will do with this job, because if by chance I get a snake hole, I can put the cameras down, go and catch a snake, come back, get back into taking the photo. Whereas fishing and all the rest of it, get a snake hole destroys things. I've been taking photos in this sort of makeshift studio. As you can see, I've got the black backdrop, a couple of lights and a few bits and pieces. I use a sensor which triggers all the lights, and you get pretty good photos. Out in the daylight, when I get photographs with the eastern browns arcing up or whatever, you specifically try to get a photo with the tongue out and all sorts of things like that. I started off with a Canon 450D, which I bought a whole heap of accessories for. All this equipment I'd bought, but the problem is I was running the standard lenses, and I was holding myself back big time in that case. And what I went to do, I went to a camera shop to buy myself a decent lens. Instead, I accidentally bought another camera. You see, whilst taking these photographs, I initially started with an old Kodak, and you sit there and power it up, and it takes 30 seconds to get its act together, and you finally focus, and by the time your camera's powered up, focused, and ready for the shot, the snake's nearly dead of old age, half an hour's gone. The shot's long gone, you miss it. This is the reasons why I went to a digital SLR. Now I find that if I go out into the bush, and I'll release an eastern brown and take a few photos with a 450D, out of 100 shots I'll probably get 10 that are okay. Now the reasons why I chose the 7D, besides the fact it's 18 megapixels instead of 12, although that's pretty well irrelevant, it has a full size 100% sensor. Now another thing that it has 19 focal points. Most cameras don't have that. So in other words, it will focus on many, instead of just the eye of the snake, it'll focus on the whole side of the face or something silly like that. Now the reasons why I chose this camera above this guy, see if is he on? Yep. You listen to how many shots. I think this takes 4 shots or something, or 4.9 shots per second. You ready? That's flat stroke. Now if I take this 7D out to the sunlight, and the reasons why I'll take it to the sunlight so that it can operate at its full performance, it takes 8 shots per second. So if I come over here and see that bird there and decide I want to photograph that bird, you listen to these shots somewhat faster. So this is the reasons why I've chosen this camera, because if an eastern brown should arc up and drop its bottom jaw and show me its fangs and do what they do in their defense posture, that many shots per second are bound to get a few good shots in there. So let's get ready to do a little bit of a shoot inside with my patternless tiger snake you just shed and see how it goes, eh?